Folks, very warm welcome back to the channel. It's been a while and I'm now down at my new syndicate, Pens Hall, and it's a new season. I've not been out for a while. Absolutely lovely weather, early spring, and yeah, hoping to get a fish out for the first time. I've fished it a couple of times, only done a couple of day sessions over the winter, but this is the first overnighter. Yeah, there's a few people on, but apparently it's fishing hard. So yeah, folks, welcome back. Like I said, I haven't been fishing all over winter. Been busy with my my koi pond, and I have done another channel for that. If you're interested in koi fish and ponds, get over to Bez's koi channel, have a look at that, and you'll see what I've been busy with. But yeah, it's great to be back out. As I say, overnighter, maybe tomorrow night as well. We'll have to wait and see. But rods are on the dance floor, and I haven't really got a lot to tell you about the water. I don't know too much about it, other than it's quite a narrow stretch of water, and it swings all the way around to the right hand side, and basically you all fish from this side of the bank, and generally people tend to just fish to the far margin. That's where most of the fish show, along the reed line. Yeah, there's not a hell of a lot of fish in here. I think there's about 200 fish in here. Some really old carp. I think the biggest goes up to around about 30 pound. I don't think it's much over 30 pound, to be honest with you. And from what I've been told, about halfway out across the lake, it goes down to about 6 foot here, and then it shelves up to about 3 foot, about halfway across. So it's quite shallow that side. So the fish don't give themselves up very often. And from what I've been told, it's generally night bites on here. Not much comes out during the day. So yeah, it's I'm at the beginning of the lake. You come through the gate down there. I'll probably swim 3 as you come up, and then it goes all the way around, straight down the path there to swim. I think it's 14 or 15 or something like that. Some of them are quite close together, but yeah, there's not that many members on here, so you can space yourself out. So yeah, folks, it's great to be back out, and fingers crossed we can get a fish. Start off my my campaign on this water. Just have to see how it goes. Just quickly go through with the setup. I've not plumbed around. I've used the bait boat. This water's pretty much dominated by bait boats from what I can see. I've got one over to that margin to the right hand side, and basically all 3 rods are on Ronnie rigs. I don't very often use Ronnie rigs, but apparently they do well on here. One of them's got the honey and tiger nut pop-up spar baits, and the other 2 rods basically in the reeds over there, close in, and again Ronnie's on that. And I've literally just put a scattering of crumbed maple digest and some of the spar baits, spod pellet, with a little bit of salmon oil. But that's pretty much it. Very simple. A little bit of bait, and see how we go. I'll say the sun's out. It's not exactly warm. It's just kind of pleasant, if you like. I've got pike jumping all over in front of me everywhere here. A lot of pike in here. So yeah, folks, sorry it's been so long, but yeah, I've had other stuff on during the winter. I'm taking the kids to Florida early next year, so I've been working over to pay for that, so fishing trips are pretty much limited at the moment. But yeah, it's nice to be on this syndicate and see how we get on down here. I'll still fish Merrington, bluebells, linear when I can, and yeah, 3 weeks time we're off to France, myself, Badger and Andy. So that is going to be absolutely immense. We've got a lake to ourselves, nice big house and a hot tub, so Badger will be doing the cooking. He might even do a bit of fishing, you never know. And me and Andy fishing, so we got a swim each on a nice, I think it's 2.5 acre lake. A fish up to 50 pound. I cannot wait, 3 weeks time, so keep an eye on that one. So yeah, folks, I've been here a few hours now. I've had a chat with a few of the lads, met a few of the other members. They all seem pretty sound on here. I filled my belly, some cheese toasties, a couple of cups of tea, and I'm all set. I'm not expecting anything during the day, although the left rod did pull up tight to the reeds about 10 minutes ago, but when I got to the rod it just stopped, so whether that was just a liner I don't know. But yeah, I'm not seeing any fish. As I say, I didn't go up that far end when I got in because I could see there was people on, so I thought I'm not going to disturb them. I'll just stay down this end where it's fairly quiet. Yeah, so not seeing anything to go at. I'm just going to go with the fact that I'm happy it's shallow here, and the fish will hopefully be looking for shallower water to warm up. So yeah, we'll see, folks. If we have anything, I'll come back to you in a bit. There's still no action. Getting absolutely mullered by the swans in these little shallow areas. Keep nicking my bait, so I've had to come down into deeper water. It's a surprise visitor.
Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
How was rehab?
Glad it's over, mate. Tough.
You look like you lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, well, been in the gym and that, haven't
You injecting, was you, or just?
Just training 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy's back. Not fishing, clearly. Anything to say?
Watch out, folks.
What for?
France.
3 weeks, France.
Parlez-vous en français, El Big Officio. Bit of Italian as well.
El Big Officio. Have you got my trophy made up yet?
No, mate.
Can you get it sorted, please? So yeah, Andy's popped down to see me. He hasn't brought his rods. No point really, is there? But yeah, looking swans. No sign of any fish, not one bosh, just a load of pike jumping all over me. That's it. Later on, I'm going to move the left-hand rod into those overhanging trees up there. A couple of fish have come out of there the last couple of nights, so although it's not my swim, there's nobody on there now, they've moved off. So I'm going to stick one under there with a little bit of bait for this evening and see if we can nab one. There you go.
Hello?
Not working again, are you?
No, not today, mate. Fishing.
You look like you lost a bit of timber. You need to get those legs tanned though before we go away, mate.
Shave
No?
them for you.
Can you get in the hot tub? So yeah, folks, hopefully there'll be an update later on with the fish in the bag, but we'll see. I'm hoping Andy's going to bring me a Chinese down later, but Chinese.
Hang on. Oh yeah.
This is a twat. Right then, folks, I'll catch up with you in a little while. Folks, it's unbelievable. I can't even come fishing without all these guests. Not only do I have him here, the wife's come down as well. She can't leave me alone. Honestly. I've not fished all winter because she wanted me to stay at home. I come out fishing for the first time and she follows me.
Oh, what did I say?
Hey? Lordy, I'll get the kettle on while you're here then, love. Come. You gonna do a bit of fishing?
Oh no. I'm going now.
Kiss, kiss.
I'm going now.
No, you're not. Get some food on. Folks. You trying to push that tree over, Andy? It looks like you are from here.
I was just going to the gym after. I was just getting warmed up.
Warming up, yeah?
Just warming up, mate, you know.
Was it leg day?
I've only been, I've only been twice this morning.
This morning.
What's this one?
And these fucking arseholes keep eating my bait. They've had about half a kilo already. Right then, say bye to the wife. Listen, stop following me.
You're just irresistible, obviously.
She's using my poo bucket as well, look.
No, it's not. Is it?
No. Tell me about the carp fishing channel.
No.
You got yourself some new rods?
I'm going to kick you off the bucket in a minute.
Take your teddy bear with you when you go. I don't know why you brought that down. Certainly isn't mine.
Right.
Huh?
I need to chop his other leg off. It's got makeup all over it.
Is that what it is? Makeup?
Yeah. Or poo.
Do you reckon you're going to have any today? Do you reckon you're going to have a fish out?
No.
I can hear somebody's rod. Right.
No, it's cold.
Can you hear somebody's rod? Is it my ears? So are you staying the night or are you...
No way.
There's room for us both on there, isn't there?
I'm not staying here. It stinks in this tent. Shed.
Hey?
It smells like shed.
It does smell a bit sheddy, doesn't it? To be fair, this was soaked when I got it out. I needed to dry out. But, thanks for bringing me some food down. It fell miserably. No beers.
I can go to the shop if you want me to.
How far is it? No, I'm only messing. I can cope with that beers. If you could just bring me my Sunday dinner later.
Why don't you get your rods in and we'll go and have a carp, right?
I'm not feeling very well, to be honest with you. I think I just want to lie here. Right then, let's see if we can get some fish. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, but it will tonight, I'm sure of it. I've got to christen these rods. I haven't had a fish yet. How long have I had them? Mind you, I've only done a couple of day sessions with them.
How long have you had them? About a year?
Piss off. I've only done a couple of sessions with the new rods, and this is my first overnighter on pens, so fingers crossed get something in the bag. Hopefully get the missus in the bag as well. Say bye-bye. Folks, all of my lonesome now. Visitors have gone. The wife's gone, thank God. Thought she was going to stay for a moment. Yeah, nothing really to update you with other than all the anglers are gone. There's two on at the far end. Paul Pegg's on there. He's got a fishing channel. If you haven't seen it before, Fish On. I don't know if you've seen his YouTube channel, but have a look. He's got some decent content on. I think he's fished here for just over a year now, so he's had a few out of here. And there's another lad on there as well, so there's only three of us on, which is not really great for pushing the fish around, but at least I'm down here quiet on my own and no one's going to disturb me. I'll say it's fishing hard. If you look in the bay over there, the last two fish have come out from in the bay over there, and I think they were nighttime bites. Literally there's some really big overhanging trees, and the last two fish have come from underneath those trees. So as there's nobody in these swims, the left hand rod, I've stuck it out just, well, now let me get this right here, just to the side of those reeds underneath that tree there, right in, tucked it in. Will allow the maple digest, and then there's a match the hatch pop up on a Ronnie rig in there. So it's a good big handful of bait in there. I'm going to leave that there for the night, and fingers crossed we can nab one during the night. Middle rod, that's still over there. The swans are absolutely taking the piss, aren't they? Yeah, they're having a feast on the bait. Funny enough, they haven't touched the rig. And then the right hand rod, I've just gone mid-water. Pretty much the same bait, but just gone mid-water because it's deeper here. A little bit further out to get shallows off, and the swans are having me again, so I've brought the rods in closer and just trying at the bottom of that margin and see if we can pick anything up mid-water, because I think a lot of this, everybody comes here and sort of fishes to the far margin, but I'm pretty sure the fish will patrol the middle of the water as well, so let's see if we can pick one off coming through. But that's it. So I haven't done an overnighter then since last year, October, November I think it was, something like that. I've been down and had a couple of day sessions, but first time the bed's been out in a while. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a nice little break. Looking forward to getting on the bed later, putting some YouTube on and chilling out. Yeah, it'd be nice on my first overnighter on pens to grab a fish out and try out these rods, see what they feel like with the fish on, because it's getting a bit silly now. But there you go, folks. I'm sure over the coming months you'll see some fish out of here from me. There are some nice looking fish in here. Like I said, there's nothing massive. I think they don't go above really 30 pound on here, but there's some nice fish in here. So over the coming months you'll see some fish coming out. Again, see you in France in 3 weeks time. Me, Andy and Badger. That is going to be an absolute laugh, especially as we got a hot tub, lake to ourselves, big house. So yeah, three burly lads in the hot tub, should be fun. So folks, I'm going to get my head down. I'm not going to get my head down, I'm just going to go and have a nap for an hour. It's only what, 5 o'clock? Yeah, 5 o'clock in the evening. I'm just going to have a nap for half an hour. And then I'll get set up for this evening and hopefully come back to you with an update during the evening, during the night maybe. But yeah, if I don't see you during the night, I'll see you in the morning. Morning folks. Haven't woken up yet. No fish during the night. It's been very quiet apart from the swans. That spot that I had under the tree over there last night, I had to go out with the boat twice after the swans had cleared up the bait, and again during the night. Same rod was going and the swans were on it. As I speak now, my middle rod, which is near the reeds, one of the swans has got his arse in the air and he's taking the bait. So yeah, quiet night fortunately, but that's how it goes. I've had a bit of a lie-in today. What is it, 9 o'clock? Just gone 9 o'clock today, so I've not long been up. I normally try and get up early and have a look to see what's going on, but the fish don't show themselves on here. And I've potentially got a night shift tonight, so need some kip. So yeah, have a brew. And I've got the rest of the day here. It's very doubtful I'll catch, because like I said, nothing comes out in the day, but you never know. You never know. Lake's flat calm today, no wind. I know we're getting some heavy wind later on, or stronger wind. And slightly warmer temperatures, so it feels pretty cool this morning now. So yeah, unfortunately no fish, which is a shame. I'm hoping to get my first one out of here pretty soon, but I might have to wait until it warms up a little bit more. Temperatures have been up and down all over the shop lately, so it's a bit unsettled, but we'll see. I'm gonna have a brew, maybe something to eat, and if anything does happen later on, I'll come back to you. See you in a bit. As you can see there, the swans over on the left hand side of the screen, and just to the right of them is my spot, and every now and again the bobbin flies up and down and they're picking up my hook bait. I think there's a bright yellow hook bait on that one. Honey and tiger nut. There you go, look, swan's head's down. So that's what I've had throughout the night. And in the end I thought, I'm not getting out the bivvy until I get a proper run. There's no point. And obviously the worry is if I leave it too long and I do hook into a fish, they're going to be into the reeds, and that's the last thing I want. So yeah, a bit of a pain in the backside, but that's what happens when you fish in the shallower water. And that's where the fish have come out not last night, the night before. 2 fish have come out that side in the shallow water, so you just got to go with what you find, haven't you, really? But unfortunately it hasn't happened for me on this occasion. There we go. As you can see, it's pretty flat calm today, and I'm the only one on the lake, I believe. I think everyone left early this morning to get to work and what have you. So it's even more difficult when it's just yourself on the lake, because there's nobody to push the fish around. If they are up on the top end of the lake, there's no one to shove them down here, so I'll be sat on quiet rods all day again. Never mind, we'll keep plugging away. See you in a bit. Folks, it's still a chilly morning. And good news is, my work has just been cancelled for tonight, so let's speak to the wife. And we're on for another night. Hopefully this won't be a blank after 2 nights. They're all a bit grey here, look, a bit white. So yeah, I've just seen there is one other angler on that might be Paul Peg at the top end. I'm going to bring the rods in now, go and have a look round, see if there's any sign of fish. Potentially move today. We'll have a look round and see what's going on. There's a bit more of the lake. Walk up to the top end and see who's up there. You can see a bit more now as it swings round to the right. And that sort of lighter colour bush in the middle of the screen there. It is a bit of an island, but it's been blocked off. The fish can't actually get around the back of it. I think that straight ahead of us is where the fish came from the last couple of nights. Those trees, they're massive overhanging trees, and I believe underneath it's all been cleared out, so there's no snags. Yeah, and that is the top end. You can see there, it's the end of the lake. And I believe there is a river on the far right hand corner which flows into this lake, so to get constant fresh water through. Yeah, so I say when the place warms up and everything's in full bloom, it'll be absolutely beautiful. You can walk around to the other side and bait up if you need to. There's a gate at the bottom, a coded gate you can get through and have a little walk round, and I'm not sure how far you can get up the lake, but you can walk around and bait up if you need to. But I don't know what to do with these swans. I did have one rod, the right hand rod, which was in the deeper water, never had a touch on it at all. And then obviously in the shallow water it's yeah, swans are having bait, so yeah, we'll go and see who's at the top end and see any sign of fish. I might move just for the last night. Folks, so I've just had a chat with Alan. Nice gentleman, semi-retired, comes up here and does a few hours in the day, walks 40 minutes a day with his barrow to get here for a few hours fishing, and then he walks back home again. Bless him, doesn't do any nights. He's getting on a bit now. So yeah, nice bloke Alan. He's not seen any fish. He came this morning when I was away with the fairies, and he said he's not seen a thing. So I've not seen anything on my travels either, so not sure if it's worth the move or not. Not sure if it's worth the move. He's been on here a long time, about 10 years. He's telling me, you know, it's hard going, but you know what, it's going to be a challenge. Thought I just heard his alarm going then, I was going to run back. Yeah, so I'm not sure it's worth the move. Nothing showing at all. There's still a bit of a cold wind, so I don't know what to do. We'll see. Beautiful lake though, absolutely beautiful. Once everything's in full bloom, it'll be stunning. Yeah. Yeah, back to the bivvy, make sure it's still there. Make sure not been robbed. It's all fenced in, this place is, so people can get in over the fence, but I don't think they have any problems here. So yeah. So I was potentially thinking this swim here. I don't know what number it is, probably number 10 or something. Or even this one. fish to the island. You see the island over here. There's a fence that runs down the side of it. Not that side there. There's a fence that runs down the side, just to stop the fish getting around the back. But could be a spot to fish to, opposite. I don't know how shallow it is. It might be worth doing it just to keep away from the swans, because where I am down the bottom there, it's all shallow and the swans are having me, so it's difficult to put a bait down. Don't know what to do. What would you do? You can't see any sign of fish whatsoever. Would you stay on your swim? Would you move to get away from the swans? Don't know. Well, I'll let you know what happens in a bit and I'll come back to you. Folks, I've decided to stay where I am. Having a walk round. I know the swans are going to be a pain, but I'm going to try and find some new spots which are tight in where I haven't seen the swans, to be honest with you. That's the rig, just a Ronnie rig, and it's on a heli setup. And just one of these on. Honey and tiger nut, and I've soaked them in the honey and tiger nut juice. So I've put that in the pot, give them a shake round so they're absolutely soaked in nice sweet flavours now. So a little bit of attraction. You see the rods there now, literally I've kept away from the reeds where I've seen the swans, to the right hand side pretty much around about there. I've put one there and one there. I've just got to do the left rod. I'm not sure where to put the left rod. I might put it left hand side of the reeds where I had one last night, which I know fish come from regular. So yeah, I've decided to persevere with the swans just because of this shallow water. I think the fish are going to be looking for it, and although the swans are going to be on my bait, I think if anything that's where I'm likely to get a fish. I think moving down into the deeper water, I think I'm less likely, so that's what we're going to go with for today. If I blank, then so be it, at least I've tried. So there we go. Absolutely awesome bait this is. Catch a lot of my fish on the honey and tiger nut, as you know. Sometimes I use the double 10mm, but these will do the trick hopefully. So yeah, the wind's picked up today, as you can hear the bobbins going because of the wind, but hopefully it'll bring in a nice warm breeze, but it doesn't feel it at the moment. So yeah, there's only one other chap on, that's Alan, that's at the top end, and me this end. I did take the stuff out of the barrow, out of the bivvy to start moving things, and then decide, you know what, I haven't seen a fish, why am I moving? Just to avoid the swans. It's not really worth it when I think the fish are going to be down this end, so we're going to persevere and see how we get on tonight. So that's all I'm putting in on the bait boat. A little bit of maple digest, only a handful, and some of the pellet. You might think it's strange that I'm using a heli setup in the boat, but that's what was on the rods. Don't see any point in changing them. Once it lands on the deck, it's still going to be the same presentation. And yeah, and that pop-up's going to be popping up nicely over any silt or any chod that's on the deck. So yeah, we'll get this boat out and let's see if we can bag a fish today. Decided to make a move. It's almost 5 o'clock in the evening. One of the lads who's just come on for a few hours said he's seen a couple boshing around in the bay. I'm the only person on here now, so I've not seen anything, and the swans did find my bait eventually. So I'm going to move around to where I can reach into the bay and see if I can see any fish, but it's better than sitting on my hands doing nothing. Come back to you. We're all set up, swim 13, and I've not seen any fish. I've had to rebait the rods because the ones that were over there with the swans, they've chewed all the bait down again, so it's not ideal. They're a bit of a pain in the ass. What I've been told, they're only here for a month or two and then they disappear, so sooner rather than later. So I'm on swim 13, and you can see over there's a bay that sticks right out the back, and I think the fish hold up in there sometimes, and these reeds apparently do produce as well. So I've had to order some food. I'm waiting for Uber Eats to deliver. The bait boat's ready to go with a rig in. I have dropped some bait down there with the bait boat on its own just to get them feeding if they are there. And once my food gets here, I'll walk down to the gate, pick that up, and I can come back and stick the rods in then and then settle down for the night. So hopefully it'll be worth the move, but if not, so be it. You can't just sit on motionless rods, especially when you're getting attacked by the swans. So, but we'll see. But I'm down here on my own. There's no one on the lake at all. You see all the way down the path, there's nobody down there. So I can pretty much put the rods wherever I want. So if I see some fish, then I'll go at that. But I'm only here till probably tomorrow morning, maybe lunchtime. And fingers crossed I can get my first fish in the bag from pens. So plan is, at the moment, as I said, I'll get some food, and when I come back, there's going to be one right in the bay where I put the bait. There's going to be one on the edge of these reeds here. Apparently that does produce as well. That'll probably be the right hand rod. And I may either stick one, where is it? That green bush there. May stick one under there, or I may stick one under that there. So I'm not sure which. Hopefully we'll see some fish by the time my food gets here. But I'm not seeing anything at the minute, as I said. Don't know if you can see down in the corner there. That is the, where is it? That there, that's the inlet. That's where the fresh water comes in from the river. So that might be a decent spot to put a rig, but it's a little bit far out for me, to be honest with you. I'm going to stick with this swim, stick with that bay, try and put a little bit of bait in there for the night time, and hopefully it'll produce something. The wind's been pushing in here the last 2 days, so with a bit of luck the fish will have got on it, and fingers crossed it'll produce the goods tonight. So I'm going to get some food in my belly when it gets here, and I'll update you in a bit. Stuck in the reeds for about 20 minutes. Just persevered with it and managed to free it. The rod has been in the water about 2 minutes. Sat down to have my food, and straight away it ripped off. Straight into the reeds it went. Hasn't even showed its head yet, so don't even know what it looks like. Just goes to show, move can pay off. Yes! First fish at pens, well happy with that. Folks, I'm over the moon with this one. Just under 19 pound. It's just an ounce under. Gorgeous looking fish. The move paid off. As soon as I come back with my food, literally put the rods on the spot, and by the time I'd sat down and opened my food, this one ripped off. Thankfully I was fishing locked up to the reeds, because he tried to get me straight in there, but had a bit of a battle with it. And there she is. What a stunning fish. Stunning fish. Look at that. Beautiful golden colours, dark top. And yeah, I'm over the moon. My first pens carp. I've christened the rods and I've christened the lake. So it's been a good day. It's not a blank, but I think I found them now, so hopefully there'll be some more after. I'm going to get her back in, get the rod back on the spot and see if we can get any more. Just under 19 pound. The weight doesn't matter when they look this good. Quickly spin around, have a look at the other side. you have it. There's the other side. Lovely golden mirror carp. And I'm over the moon to get my first fish at pens. You just need to tell your pals that Bez is here. Over the moon, folks. Bit of a battle as well to get it in. There's weed attached to it and all sorts, reeds and twigs. So there we go, folks. Get it back in and see if we can get another one. There she is. Off you go, girl. As I said, go and tell your mates that Beza is here. And there he goes to fight another day. Happy with that. Let's get the rod back on the spot and see if we can get another one. Folks, it is now. It's getting on a bit now. It's just gone dark, just lost the light. And yeah, I'm over the moon to have my first carp out of here. Bit of drama afterwards. My bait boat ran out of battery halfway across, so I couldn't get the rod back on the spot. It's typical. I only brought one set of batteries with me because I was only supposed to be here for one night. So yeah, halfway across it ran out, so I pulled it back in, tinkered with the wires a little bit, and sent it out really slowly and managed to get the bait on the spot. But I don't think I'm going to, I don't think there's any juice left in it to do any more. So we'll see how it goes tonight, see if we get any more. But yeah, delighted to be off the mark, and well worth the move. Just goes to show, you know, there's no point sitting on motionless rods. You've got to go with what you see or what you hear. The first sound that I heard, somebody seen some fish, I was on the move, and yeah, as soon as the rod was in the water it went. Just a quick one on that: when you're fishing to reeds like I was, I literally stuck the bait boat's nose straight into the reeds, but you've got a fish locked up. You can't let the fish, you know, swim off straight into the reeds. That's the first thing they're going to do, is turn their back and swim straight into the reeds. I mean, the fish did get tangled up a little bit, but thankfully I was locked up, and all I did was walk backwards with the rod. Don't put a bend in the rod, just walk backwards slowly. You can feel the line stretching, you can hear it stretching through the rings of on the rod, and you just got to do it slowly, and eventually you start feeling the fish and the reeds moving, and it starts to free up itself. Took about 10 minutes, but just keeping the rod straight, and as it sort of frees itself up, just reeling a little bit at a time. Don't put too much pressure on, and eventually the fish came free. But if I wasn't locked up, I'd have had no chance of getting it out of there. So just remember, if you fish into the reeds, lock up tight and don't let them get any line off. And that's the tip for today off the Beza. You know, I actually haven't had a beer since I've been here. I thought I was only going to be here for a night, so I didn't do any beers, and I'm drinking a cup of tea this time of night. It's absolutely tragic. So I'll spin you around, let you have a look at the view now as the light goes down. And there we have it. How strange is it to be the only person on a lake these days? Thankfully there's not too many members on here, so it does, you know, it is fairly queue a lot of the time in the week. I'll show you where I had the fish. Just there, right in front of those reeds there. I've also got a rod on the end underneath the tree there, and one in the bay over there, which is where I'm hoping I'll get a fish from this evening. Yeah, who knows? I've got one back on the reeds, so could end up getting back on the spot tonight. You never know. So yeah, folks, I'm losing the light now. I'll have a cup of tea and maybe watch something on YouTube. And kick back, and if I get anything in the night, I'll try my best to film it and take a photograph of it, but I haven't got my camera equipment with me. I'm using my phone today. As I said, I was only here for a quick overnighter, so I didn't bring any kit, but I'll do my best. If not, I'll get a good night's sleep, and I'll see you in the morning. Take care. Morning, folks. Quiet night, apart from the swans waking me up. First thing they did was swam straight past the rods, pulled them all, and now they're over on that left-hand rod spot. Not happy at all, really. just almost 6 o'clock in the morning, almost. And yeah, I thought I was getting woken up to a fish, but they literally swam from right to left, straight through all the lines. So it's probably ruined all my spots now. And now they have the cheek to get down on my bait. Oh well, going back to sleep. There we go again, middle rod. Unbelievable, I tell you. Unbelievable. I don't know how they find it. In all this water, how the hell do they find it? Arseholes. Morning everyone. I'm woken up early doors by the swans. First off, swam straight through the front of the rod tips. Didn't even back up, just carried on swimming through. Didn't give a shit that they were pulling my lines in. And yeah, so that disturbed the spots a little bit. And then one by one they went to the left hand rod, destroyed the spot, middle rod, destroyed that one. I'm not sure actually if they've touched the right one, I can't remember. That's where I had the fish from yesterday. But yeah, I'd imagine that any hook bait that was on there has been chewed up now. So and I can't really pull the rods back in because I don't think I've got the battery power to get another load of bait and a rig back out there. So unfortunately I have to sit on these and hope there's something left on there and hope we can still grab one. It's only 7:30 in the morning, so I'm just having a brew and I don't know, give it a couple of hours and maybe I'll get out of here. It's started to rain. Started to rain now. Not heavy rain, but just a bit of a shower. I'll spin you around now and show you. The swans are still there. There they are, a couple of yards from my left hand spot. Well, I'm surprised that one didn't go, to be honest with you. Really thought I'd have had a fish out of there if anywhere. But yeah, as you can see, it's only a bit of drizzle at the moment. So I'm not sure exactly what bait I've got left on those rigs, so I'll give it a couple of hours, let by time pass. And as you can see, the kettle is boiling. Had myself a brew, warm up a bit, and I'll let you know if I've anything before I go. It's not looking likely now though. Folks, unfortunately that's it. What time is it? It's just gone 9 o'clock. And I'm all packed down, ready to go. Bloody swans, eh? I think if it wasn't for the swans, I probably have had one or two more fish, but literally everywhere I went on the lake, they found the spots. I don't know how they do it, to be honest with you. Yeah, the left-hand rod, when I brought that in, no bait on it. The middle one still had a bit of bait on it, and the white one had nothing on it, so it's no wonder I didn't get anything else. But that's it for this one, folks. I'm not sure if I'm going to be out again before France. Potentially, I might do an overnighter, but we'll see. If I don't do a video before then there'll be a video out when I come back from France, and I'm sure you'll see some posts on social media, etc., and how I'm getting on. Badger and Andy be with me on that one as well, so should be a good trip for the lads. And that's it. This Robin's been with me the whole time, sitting on my rod tips. Folks, don't forget, if you're into koi keeping or keeping fish in general, get over to my other channel, Bez's Koi channel, and have a look what I've been doing over winter. Go back to the beginning, first video where the beginning of the pond basically, and from then on there's been problems. There's been I'll show you how I make some new DIY filters for your pond, things like that. So if you're interested in that, get across to the channel, have a look. Some interesting things on there. And don't forget, if you haven't already, like and subscribe on this channel. I'd be grateful. So folks, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you again. Take care.